board again. This
Thank
is our
you.
Bob
Thank you so
AGK,
much.
the founder of Nollywood.
Thank you.
People, before we start, I have a surprise for Bob AGK.
Yes.
And the surprise is that today is Bob AGK's birthday. Yeah. Today is Bob AGK's birthday. I know that. I know he's surprised. He doesn't know I know that. I kept quiet and decided not to wish him happy birthday because I do not want him to know. I know because it's gonna be a surprise for him on the show. So we are Bob Educate and into the show.
Thank you.
For you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But I don't take alcohol. I don't take alcohol, so I sell a bottle of malt. So
Yes.
I am going to be taking a bottle of malt on behalf of Bob HK celebrating your birthday.
Thank you.
I also have fried meat. Bread. Please join me, everybody. Let's celebrate Bob HK. Today is his birthday. Please wish him happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the music. Thank you for wishing me great. This is the day that Facebook celebrates my birthday. So I appreciate very much. And God will bless you and enhance you. And good things will come your way.
Are you saying something?
Yes, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
I said God will bless you.
Amen, sir. Amen,
enhance
sir.
you, show you favor, show you mercy.
Amen. We have not finished the song. Let the song finish playing, sir.
Okay.
Let us celebrate to take your time. It's your birthday today, and we are celebrating with you.
It's not my birthday today. It's my Facebook birthday.
It's your Facebook birthday.
Yes, Facebook put my birthday on this day. I don't know why. So every year I celebrate my birthday on this day because of Facebook.
We don't mind. We are celebrating you.
All
we
right.
are happy to see you. And even if it's not your birthday, we just want to celebrate you. So let's celebrate you.
Thank you so much. I say God will bless you. Good things will come your way.
Amen.
Make I shakara o.
Happy birthday, sir. Happy Facebook birthday to you, sir.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Bimpe.
We are happy to see you. We are very, very happy to see you.
I'm highly honored.
I'm going to let you go ahead, introduce yourself to the people in the house because many people do not know you and so many of us do know you. So we would just like to reintroduce yourself and we get into the topic of the day, sir. But before you start, I just want to apologize because of the people you are seeing on the screen. I will be taking it up in a bit, but we had to call on our people for the help of this because this house has been flooded, I think, 2 days ago, and we just want to call out for help. Every avenue that we have to call out for help is what we are using. So I apologize that you are seeing my James picture while you are supposed to be seeing yourself, but in a second,
right.
it will be all about you, and we will be enjoying today with you. So thank you so much, sir. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Bob Ejike. I was born with a gift of artistry, multiple possibilities in the arts. So I started as a storyteller, telling stories to my classmates in Enugu, Nigeria, where I grew up. I was born in Umuahia. And I started as a storyteller, as a child, and eventually started dramatizing my stories and writing. And at the age of 13, I started writing for Drum Magazine and a number of newspapers in Nigeria, including the Daily Star, which was in Enugu, my city, before eventually went on to radio. And I became a radio dramatist, which was a voice actor. I remember working with Tony St. Ike and a number of other celebrated fellows. And then I went on to write the dramas for television when TV was becoming the vogue. So basically, we evolved, and eventually, one of these our originally made for television. I had the idea of pulling it out from TV and making it into a commercial film. And in 1983, that was the year, we made Echoes of Wrath. Myself and Festus Igalo, who had studied film making here in London and had a good master's degree. And then we made the first Nigerian film on video. And I went through the hurdles of convincing traders in the market in Aba, Onitsha, Enugu, and then we started selling it. It won the national award, which was called NAFEST, and that was the only artistic award in Nigeria. At that time, in 1983, NAFEST was won by Bob Ejike's Echoes of Wrath. And we launched one of the finest actors in Nigerian history, whose birthday was 2 days ago, actually. That was Richard Mofe-Damijo, who played the lead.
Yeah, RMD.
RMD. So we put him on television for the first time, and he was a winner for us, and we were a winner for him. And this is how Nollywood started. Nollywood is not the only thing that I have done, but tonight I would like us to concentrate on Nollywood and music. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about literature.
Okay.
These are the things that I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We do. Welcome on board, Femri. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Bob AJ, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, sir. We really appreciate your presence. You just mentioned in your introduction that you were talented and you know a lot about writing movies, telling stories, and singing, and this is how you found yourself in Nollywood. So we would want to know what year, because as we also in your name, you are the founder of Nollywood. So we want you to tell us a brief story. I know you said a bit of it right now in your introduction, but we want to concentrate on how you came about Nollywood, how you became the founder, and all of the bits that surround this beautiful story of yours.
Well, first I was an actor and a script writer, and music came a little later. Not that I wasn't singing, but I mean, professional music came later. So, in doing what I was doing, I had the idea that we as Africans are very gifted people, very special people. And I knew that we could take over our industry and we could generate billions, and we could have our voice as Black people, because our stories have always been told by foreigners who had a bias, racial bias, so to say, and who depicted us as subhuman and savages in such a way that even our own narratives, even when we are telling our story, we present ourselves much less than what we are. We present ourselves as savages, you know. So I thought we could change this and have a voice in world media so that we talk for ourselves. And I thought we could be professionals and live off our talent. Almost nobody did that at that time. But most people had a job. It could be a trader, or you work in the ministry, like Gringo Riakabog of the New
Yeah.
Masquerade. Everyone had another job, and so I thought we needed to concentrate and focus and be professionals in our fields. And no one agreed with me, not even my colleagues. My colleagues themselves thought that I was too ambitious. Some said that I was greedy. Some said that I was unrealistic and that it would never happen. There was this apathy at that time because NTA, there was only one television station in Nigeria, NTA, and they kind of controlled the artists like a cabal. And, they controlled what came in, what you did, how you did it. And once you did something they didn't like, you were sent out of television completely, and that was the end of your career. I watched when Clarion Chukura, then one of my favorite stars, was had done some modeling, a modeling job. It was a calendar, and she had come out in bikini, and she was banned from television. And I was right in the office of Mr. Chris Abie, who was head of production in NTA Channel 5, the day he was presenting the ban on her. And I didn't see what terrible thing she did by doing modeling. She's an artist, and models naturally show their body if it's relevant to what the product they are selling. But she was removed from the production she was doing. And a lot of us, if we said something like we wanted to be paid properly, we were never paid well for writing. I wrote all over Nigeria. I wrote in almost all the major TV stations. You never got anything. You couldn't live on it, you know. And I thought we should be paid well. And when they were not ready to listen to us, I suggested that we pull out of television because the people were listening to us. Look at Mirror in the Sun by Lola Fani Kayode.
Yeah.
The whole women, all the women in Nigeria were running home. Your mother was running home, your girlfriend was running home, your sisters, aunties, everyone was running home because no one wanted to miss an episode. And they were paying her peanuts for it. And, and when we talked, of course, she went to court and had the matter resolved in court. I joined Onyeka Onwenu and Charlie Boy to protest in front of NTA because Onyeka used to present a program on NTA Channel 5, And eventually, when she became a huge star, they brought back this program. They had made her sign that she wasn't going to get any more money, any more residual income or anything. And but now the Onyeka that did this presentation when she just arrived in Nigeria from abroad, and the one who had spent a lot of money to make her name were different individuals. And until Ganifa Wemi of blessed memories came to talk with Mr. Ben Bruce personally and threatened to go to court if he didn't resolve the problem, we were out there protesting. And what NTA did was to bring armed mobile policemen, and guns were pointed at us. But we kept pushing on because we had a mission. Basically, the idea was, my own idea was to cut off the middleman. And the middleman was the television station, the television network. I thought we could just put our drama into VHS videos and sell directly to the market. And everybody thought I was crazy. The thing, another risk was, if NTA heard you were doing such a thing, you would be banned for life. So nobody wanted to associate with me because of that. Nobody wanted to have anything to do with it, And so I had to move like a lone ranger. And it was not until I started selling that other people, like Neck Video, that did eventually living in bondage, all of them came up, and people started rising and doing things because now they saw that this is an avenue where you could make money, you could make fame, you could, most importantly, take your destiny, artistic destiny, into your own hands. But in fairness, I never anticipated that we would have this kind of tsunami effect, that the whole of Africa, sub-Sahara, and beyond to Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, as far as Pakistan, Australia, that the whole world is turned on to Nollywood, and Nollywood has become the third or the second biggest film industry in the world. I did not envisage that.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
So, sir, we bless you for having that courage those days, because today the movie industry in Nigeria, like you just said, is broad and wide in all over the world, and it is respected. We have been given awards here and there. We are recognized by other movie industry all over the world, and we have been able to, because of this, bring in movie celebrities from other country into Nigeria. So we really bless Courage for doing that then. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In your story, you told us how the struggle was so hard for people to even believe in the dream you had, for people to follow you up in planning and making sure this dream you had can come to pass. And but you were able to do it. I wanted to ask, like you said, when you people were writing stories or working in the NTA, you were normally paid. So how were you able to financially get all of this dream to become a reality, sir?
There's a way we did it. The way we did it was, I syndicated the production, large part of the production, to the what was it called? It was Bendel Arts Council, and then the NTA got involved, and then the NTA and the Bendel Arts Council sponsored the project, and then it was shot, and I was given a copy. You understand?
Okay.
I took that copy and edited it. Removed all the NTA, this NTA, that in it, and put it in the market. That's how it was done. And that's the secret.
That was a brave one. I get the free. When you're not scared that NTA can still just come back and just make trouble as usual, get you sued and get you paid
How
for
can you sue me? It's
maybe
my work.
disobeying their contract or their law.
How can you sue me for
Okay.
my work? It is mine. It's not your own.
Yeah,
I
because you
only
said you were
I
signed
only
under them.
syndicated it to you, which means I sold to you permission to use it. It's my work. Do you understand?
Wow.
You can't sue me for my work, for
Wow.
using my own work. You understand?
Yeah.
So
That was a
basically,
great
that is
work
how
you
it was
did for us,
done.
sir.
And that was the initial part. The other, but that was only the beginning. The main issue of sponsorship was the question of marketing. Marketing and promotion is where you really have to spend money. You know, that when you finish a production, the bulk of the expenditure is in marketing, because that's where you need to logistics, you need to move, you need to buy the tapes, dub the tapes. That time nobody had ever done it before. You had to convince somebody, and that person's got to be as crazy as yourself to risk his money in something that no one had ever
So
done
believe in
before.
your crazy ideas. Yeah.
No, we were seen as crazy people. My father used to say I was mad. So there was no question. We didn't waste our time trying to prove our sanity. We just accepted we are crazy and got on with our madness. And the result of our madness is the multi-billion-dollar Nollywood.
Hollywood is really thriving, very big, very big. We thank you for this courageous move that you made then to make sure Nollywood was created and standing out on their own and not working under just a station where they are not even well properly paid for a job well done. So we thank you for this courageous move, because today we are all enjoying the popularity, the advancement of the Nigerian Nollywood. We are enjoying it. We are proud of it, because all over the world, Nollywood is being respected. So we have talked about your finance aspect of getting Nollywood to stand, despite all the danger that was involved and all the opponents that could have stand against you. You went ahead to do what you had to do. So now, if we look at the topic that we have put today, we said the past and the now of a legend. So we want to ask you now, that time when you started Nollywood, and even after you succeeded in making Nollywood to stand and it was developing, and today's Nollywood,
Yes.
and is aesthetics that surrounds Nollywood in general. What would you say to us that, in my time I regretted doing it this way, or I would have preferred to do it this way? Friends from then and now.
Well, if I were to do it all over again, I don't think there is anything that I would have wanted to change. I think that, it's a process of evolution. It's like when a child is born, it's a baby, it has to learn to walk, it has to learn to stand up, walk and talk. So we were at the initial process. And when you are at the beginning, you have to improvise in every manner. And we continue to improvise, to grapple, to scratch, until we scratched up enough substance for the electronics merchants to get on board. And it was actually the electronics merchants of Alaba and Trade Fair and Iweka Road, Onitsha, and other places, other such markets that sponsored Nollywood en masse. The reason is, it's not that they were interested in film. They were mainly not very literate people and had no interest whatsoever in movie. But they were importing container loads of CDs which they wanted to sell. And they discovered that when they sponsored a film, like let's say Osofia in London, for example,
Yeah.
Osofia in London, as far as I know, has sold over 5 million copies. That is 5 million CDs. There's no other way they can sell 5 million CDs except by sponsoring a film. You understand? Otherwise,
Yeah.
if they bring those CDs and keep on in their shops, it will take them 20 years to sell 1 million. You understand? So
Yeah.
Nollywood became the catch. They did it for advert. In fact, the traders started coming to Lagos to stay in Winnie's Hotel in Surulere and begin to hunt for producers, hunt for directors, hunt for artists. It's the first time that I've seen this in my life. Not the artist going to beg, Oga, please, I want you to help me sponsor it. No. It was the Oga that came
No.
and took a hotel and was paying hotel bills and looking for us and calling us on the phone. Hey, come over, please, I have a production. There were so many productions that you couldn't finish one before you started another. You understand? It became
Yeah.
an institution. Nollywood became vibrant. Nollywood became a movement, if you like. And it became an all-encompassing, all-consuming profession. And by the time you move from one set to another, because within a year you did probably 100 films or more. And by the time you did all that, you became strong. You became cooked in your profession. You know, that was my dream.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
the child of my
You've
dream.
done a lot.
Thank you.
We are proud of your dream because your dream is really making us happy now. The movie industry is waxing and waxing, and they're not stopping, they're just waxing higher every day. Today, you can watch Nigerian movie on Netflix. You know, even the Caucasian movies, the Indian movies that were the start of movie, they do struggle to get on Netflix. And now Nigeria is meeting up with that standard. So you have done a great foundation. Appreciate you. So you've told us so much about movies, so much about how you founded Nollywood, so much about how you are happy that Nollywood is evolving. But of recent, we found out that you seems to be a kind of so I was wondering, how did you come about being a musician, if we may ask? You told us you have talent of music, you were an actor, and now you're singing. So we want to know how you decided to move over, fly over, dive over.
People always think that one flew over because a lot of Nollywood colleagues of mine started making music, especially when they were banned from acting because they were said to be overcharging producers. And I know that my darling Omotola Jalade made a couple of albums. Genevieve, my sweetheart, she did one too. Ramsey Noah, Jim Ike, my cousin Chidimo Keme also did some rap entries. But the difference is that I was always a musician. My first album was released in 1985, No Vacancy. And since that time, I believe I have released about 10 albums with about 170 songs.
Sorry, sir. They said I'm cracking. Is it better now? If I'm cracking, it's the fault of the network because it's raining every year, and once it rains, there I have network problem. I'm even happy that I'm still able to connect. So am I better now? Am I still cracking? Please, sorry, sir. I just need the people to confirm.
It's all right,
Funky,
darling.
please. Am I cracking? Am I clear? Can you please, Funky, check that for me, please? Is it better now? Am I still cracking? Can you see me? Can you see me? Am I still cracking? It's still cracking, but you can hear my voice clearly. Sir, can you see me yourself?
Yes, you look beautiful. I like your outfit.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful lady.
Thank you so much, sir.
And very, very talented presenter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You know,
Thank
one
you.
of the things.
Also, you can see me and you can hear me, so we're going to go ahead since you can see me and hear me. I'm sure my people also can see and hear me.
Yeah,
It's
we
important for
can
them to
see and hear
too.
you.
So you can see our guests and you can hear our guests. Our guest is more important than me today. So long you can hear my voice. So let's just keep going on. And please share
Thank
the
you.
video. We're having a very, very low number. This is not pleasant to me, neither to our guests. We have brought him here. Don't forget, this is our legend. He's a grandpa now. We have brought him here to celebrate him. So we need more people in the house to say, oh,
Grandpa, I'm looking forward to
grandpa,
that.
sir.
My children have not agreed to marry yet. So
They will. You are at the stage of grandpa, and even if your children directly are not the ones that knows you and are growing, and we can be your daughter, we are all having children. So you are of Nigeria, because we love you, you're a legend.
Thank you.
So people share the video, invite friends, send it directly your DM so that we can have quite a number of people to watch us. It's good for us to celebrate him. So,
Thank
sir,
you.
I am sorry we caught you. You can head with your explanation concerning the music world.
My grandfather, Nanda, you talk about grandfather. My grandfather was a musician.
Okay.
My grandfather, Sam Obinwa, was a musician and a World War II soldier who entertained troops with his music. And this music, this gift of music was passed on 2 generations to me and other members of the family. I'm just the one that focused and pushed on and struggled to bring out the artistry, while the others members, some went into the ministry. My younger brother is a celebrated pastor in Nigeria, and my sister is also a pastor of the Redeemed Church. She has pastored over 20 churches in Europe. And, everyone has areas they wanted, but I didn't want that safety. I'm somebody who likes, the unpredictable. So I dabbled into the arts blindfolded, basically. And everyone was telling me this is a very difficult terrain you are moving into. I said, well, but that's what makes it interesting. So let's go. And I was trained by Chris Okotie, the Reverend, if you remember him.
We know him. We know him.
Reverend Chris Okotie, who is also a presidential candidate in Nigeria, a dear friend of mine. In those periods when I was in the late 70s, well, I was writing and acting, and he was singing with a box guitar. He was a young, fine man with the voice of gold. And
sorry, sir. Someone just asked you, where is Chris Okotie?
Chris Okotie is the pastor of a Household of God Church in Oregu, Ikeja, Lagos. And he's also a singer, but a gospel singer, and much of his singing is done in his church. You need to come to his worship to appreciate his artistic talent. It's an experience.
Thank you for that, sir.
Yes. And so I have an awful lot of respect for Chris Okotie. And when we started working together, I worked with a number of other very talented people like Loverboy, Felix Liberty, Jidobi, Tino Onwudiwe,
May his soul rest in peace.
and her soul rest in peace too. Uh,
Amen.
and so many others. I remember Baby Kirode, Dizzy K. Falola. We worked together too.
Yeah.
And Olajubu, Bumi, Olajubu Princess, you know. I worked with lots of very talented people, some members of Osibisa, which was the greatest Afro rock band in the UK in those days. And over the years, I've worked with Shehu and Nicola Bukuti, Egypt 80. And, you know, I've been very, very active in music. Most celebrated Nigerian artists, both musicians and actors, producers, directors, have crossed paths with me professionally. So beside acting, singing, I was also writing. And I was writing for the Sun newspaper mainly. I wrote for This Day, The Guardian, all the major newspapers actually, most of the major newspapers. But I was permanent resident in the Sun in a column called Clear Light by Bob Ejike, and where I analyzed, interviewed, criticized the art, and tried to, you know, create a way for Nollywood. And of course, promoting Nollywood is something else that I did a lot internationally. I've been in about 20 countries promoting Nollywood.
Wow.
Yes. And can I tell you something else?
Yeah, we're listening.
I used to do your job of presenter also.
I trust you do a lot of things. You're everywhere, and I'm like, will your energy ever disappear? Where do you get this energy from? How do you do it?
I was presenting Tropical Rhythms on NTA Channel 5, Victoria Island, every Sunday.
Wow.
So basically, the job was my life. You know, so I'd pack my children in the car and we moved. That was our life. That was where we lived like gypsies, basically. You know, we moved from location to location. And we moved and moved and moved until my wife had enough. I said, no, you stay your own, I stay my own. You know.
It's enough.
Yes.
It's enough moving about.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. I actually I just sent some of your video song, which you did, but unfortunately, I must have made a mistake because I'm searching for the video right now. I can't find them. I must have only put the pictures without the video. I thought I did that. So let me just a second. And as soon as we go on our 1 hour break, which is in 3 minutes time, on Instagram, sir, we are only allowed to stay for 1 hour at a particular section. Yes. So we are allowed to come in immediately again and start all over. But it can only give 1 hour for a section. So everybody here, we know this, every Instagram expert, we all know this. So, but we need to explain to you because I know you're not used to this. So in a moment, we're going to be signing out. You won't see us anymore, but remain on Instagram on your page. As soon as I come back, I will send you the invite in your DM, and you're going to see me that I'm live, and then we can come back and continue from where we stopped, sir.
Okay.
That's
all right. It's fun all the way.
So we'll be signing out now, and we'll be coming back just immediately again. So I want to thank you for the first section, and I'll be expecting you back soon. So people in the house, we will be going out now and coming back soon. You know how, please join back immediately. Invite friends immediately, join back. send the invite so that people can come in. We need to celebrate this legend. We need more reasonable numbers here. All right, people. So see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. No. Hey. I'm not going to answer that.